evening, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Daily News. We have a couple of topics to go over, so let's get right into them with haste. Our first story of the day. Are you safe with what you say? Numerous reports have flooded tickets, making moderators work harder than they've ever had to before. Some serious, some very menial. Some people have decided to take the words Discord slave too literal and have taken it upon themselves to pursue justice in their own right. Our sources gathered photos of this user calling out other people. Based on what we've seen, it seems like he only targets people opposed to him or his organization. This is apparent due to the missing of multiple other known people, including the likes of Tristan, Don, Kaido, Quinn, Valen, SXD, LB, Flitz, Joker, Kiki, Trueheart, Butterwolf, Zoli, Mila, Twist himself, both the YouTuber, Atomic and Shira, both moderators, and many more. Citizens of RYUJIN wonder if this game would survive if even half these people met the same fate others have unfairly had. Due to the apparent issue, we've reached out to the member of staff and got his opinions and the facts. Due to the highly sensitive information being talked about, we decided to keep his identity completely anonymous for safety. Take a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined today by an anonymous user, part of the mod team. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, since you obviously have been able to handle a couple of tickets and have been a mod for a little bit now. So, first thing is, how is it being a mod?
How is it being a mod? If I'd have to put it simply, it's not bad, but it's also not fun at the same time. Seeing the amount of tickets you get on the daily, but it's a good thing that the mod team has like a big amount of members in it, because you need all the help that you can get, especially with the Generation 1.5 update coming around the corner, so we're gonna have a lot of tickets to do. But other than the tickets, I don't see a problem with mods. It's pretty fun, pretty chill. You just hang out in general, do your own thing, do the tickets whenever you're free. If you're in a gang, you have fun with them, you see with them. There isn't really like that many obligations to do other than the tickets and modding the server. But yes, that's pretty much it.
That's good to hear. So, is there anything that you like about your position in particular?
There's two ways to answer this. If we go for the bitchy way, I'd say that I love just being respected without someone knowing me at all. Like, I've never seen this guy before, never talked to him, but somehow, because I have a role, he just has to hold me in high regard. Which is pretty silly, but it's a pretty fun thing about it. And then for the other type of answer, modding the server or this game is basically the same as modding any other server or game, so nothing fun so far other like than being updated on stuff way before the actual community clears.
That's good to hear. So, what would you change if you had the power to do so? About maybe the game, the system, anything like that?
The game or the system?
System being Discord itself, how they run that.
I had a concern, but it's already been resolved. No idea when it's gonna be added in game yet, but the rules section. There's a lot of people just coming up in tickets, telling us, or like appealing for their bans that they didn't know of this rule, and if they did know about it, they wouldn't have done it. But thankfully that's gonna change soon, since endgame rules are gonna be a thing, so whenever you start playing, you're gonna be aware of what you can do and what you can't do, so you can't expect to appeal just because you were clueless about something. And for the people that just appeal, saying that if I knew about this I wouldn't do it, well, the thousand of other people that did the same thing and got banned for it, that it wouldn't be unfair for them, so can't really do anything about it, but hopefully this time it will be resolved and it's actually added now.
So I want to add on to this due to the fact that I also was a T-mod at some point. I definitely am going to have to agree with you there. In my short, I want to say, I don't know if it was a week and a half, in my short stint of being a mod, even I had many concerns about the rules and how a lot of them was up to the mods to interpret. And with that being the case, it was like a case-by-case basis, and I didn't really enjoy that. Because of that, there was a lot of stuff that like I personally let slide or just didn't know how to deal with. Would you say that you've maybe been involved in that, or you've maybe had that situation happen to you where maybe stuff isn't so black and white and you maybe had to just let it slide by any chance?
I mean, it got to a point where I just genuinely felt bad for this one guy that opened a ticket, and I can just clearly tell from the way he was writing and like expressing himself that he actually had no idea about this. But other than the fact that he didn't know about this, the reason for his ban was like a slight, like minor issue that he committed. So I just shortened it, maybe unbanned him. I'm not particularly sure about it. I don't remember all the details. All I know is that I helped the guy out a bit.
That's good to hear.
But for most people, I just, whenever like I'm in a situation where like I'm flooded with tickets, I just want to close the tickets and move on to the next one. So I just, if you've done something wrong, that's it. That is stained. But if you appeal and somebody else takes case of the ticket and they feel like it, go ahead. I don't have any problems, even if I'm the one that banned them.
Alright, with that being said, is there anything you know about the recent warnings, or have there been a flood of recent warnings over certain questionably labeled death threats?
There has been cases of people just using the word die or some simple stuff, whether it has been indicated in real life or in game has not been clarified, but me personally, I don't think people should be warned for this, because most people just take it as a joke, because despite it, like, if someone is being sincere about it, it could mean like they're telling someone to just go kill themselves, or in other words, depending on how you interpret it, it could be anywhere from hang yourself or slit your wrists. It can be interpreted in many ways depending on the person, but people uses it as like a humorous thing. So most people that have gotten warned for like such simple things, maybe they do deserve it, maybe they don't. It's up to the mods that actually warned them though.
Okay. So my last question for you today, and thank you for joining us once more, is it true that Twister is Indian? It's a two-part question. And what size is his dick? We've heard stories of Twister showing off his dick to show how macho he is inside the mod chat. Any comments?
I'll start with the second part of the question. It's basically a democracy. Whoever got the longest one out of each one of us in the staff team basically leads the game. So that should just say a lot about Mr. Twister.
Well, damn.
And if he's Indian or not, I'll just have to leave it up to the people that watch your videos to watch out for VCs, because he's been participating in VCs way more than he used to. So you'll get a chance to hear his voice and clear that up for you.
That sounds good. Wonderful. Thank you once again for joining us, sir.
No problem.
Our next story for today, a message from a criminal organization known as the Balls Association. They utter the bone-chilling words that are to follow. Sparta, we know where you are. You cannot hide. Truly inspiring. Our final topic of the day, my chair. Sourced from tungsten and once again built by Twister himself with an IKEA starter pack. The studio and I have full confidence that this chair will live up to its tag, boasting that it holds 4,000 pounds. Lucky for me, I lied on my application and said I was under that weight.
No.
That's gonna do it for today's broadcast. Y'all stay safe now.